Good evening, everybody. Oh, that sound like it. Hello? Hello? Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, James. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Searchlight Town Advisory Board meeting, May 29th, 2024. Note, the meeting will be video and audio recorded, and the video recordings are available on YouTube. Items on the agenda may be taken out of order. The board may combine two or more agenda items for consideration. The board may remove an item from the agenda or delay discussion relating to an item at any time. No action may be taken on any matter not listed on the posted agenda. All planning and zoning matters heard at this meeting are forwarded to the Board of County Commissioners Zoning Commission or the Clark County Planning Commission for final action. Please turn off or mute all cell phones and other electronic devices. Please take all private conversations outside the room. The 48-hour advance request, a sign language interpreter, or other reasonable efforts to assist and accommodate persons with physical disabilities may be made available by calling 702-455-3530 or Relay Nevada toll-free at 800-326-6868. Supporting material provided to the board members for this meeting may be requested from Tammy Harris at 702-298-0828. Supporting material will also be available at the Clark County Department of Administrative Services, 500 South Grand Central Parkway, 6th floor, Las Vegas, Nevada. Supporting material will be available on the county's website at clarkcountynb.gov/searchlight tab. Board members Kyle Myers, Chairperson, James Allen, Vice Chairperson, Kim Colton, Natalie Jeter, and Kayla McGinnis. Secretary Tammy Harris, and County Liaison Mark Moskowitz. And I'm going to call the meeting to order. If we could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Moving on to roll call. Kyle Myers here. James Allen.
Present.
Kim Colton.
Here.
Natalie Jeter.
Here.
Kayla McGinnis.
Here.
All right, all members are present. Moving on to public comment. This is a period devoted to comments by the general public about items on this agenda. No discussion, action, or vote may be taken on this agenda item. You will be afforded the opportunity to speak on individual public hearing items at the time they are presented. If you wish to speak to the board about items within its jurisdiction but not appearing on this agenda, you must wait until the comments by the general public period listed at the end of this agenda. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Please step up to the speaker's podium. If applicable, clearly state your name and address, and please spell your last name for the record. If any member of the board wishes to extend the length of a presentation, this will be done by the chairperson or the board by majority vote. Any comment from the general public? All right, and moving on to approval of the agenda for May 29th, 2024, and hold, combine, or delete any items.
Motion for approval?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed 5-0. And moving on to informational items, there are none tonight. And planning and zoning. Item 1. ZC-24-0177- Colton Corporation LLC zone change to reclassify 10.37 acres of a 16.51 acre parcel from a CR commercial resort, an H2 general highway frontage, and an RS80 residential single family 80 zones to a commercial general zone, generally located on the east side of the US 95 South, 670 feet south of Main Street within Searchlight. The description is on file for possible action to the BCC June 18th, 2024.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Before we start discussion, I just want to let you know for the record that I will be abstaining from the vote in any discussion. due
Okay.
to conflict of interest.
Recognized, thank you.
Good evening, Lexa Green, 1980 Festival Plaza Drive, here on behalf of the applicant. This application is a request for a special use permit, a design review, and also a zone change to allow for a truck stop. So we're looking at a over 14 acre parcel located just east of South US 95, and we're located just south of the existing Terrible's Casino and Convenience Store. So the site is currently split zone, so we have a mixture of CG, CR, and also RS80. So we are requesting a zone change to zone the entire parcel CG to allow for this use, as well as a special use permit, which is required for truck stops within a CG zoning. So we're proposing, and I'll switch over to the site plan on the back here. We're proposing a 12,000 square foot truck stop, which will consist of a 10,340 square foot maintenance facility, which will be just east of the convenience store portion of the truck stop. The truck stop will consist of a drive-through restaurant, which we're looking at Taco Bell as of now, as well as a Dunkin' Donuts inside. The operator of the truck stop will be Pilot PA. They're currently in negotiations with them with that. They're proposing a truck car wash along the eastern portion of the maintenance repair facility. I know there were questions at town board last week about whether or not the maintenance facility and also the car wash will be open to regular vehicles as well. And they are open to doing so if there is a demand for such. And my apologies for not getting back to some of you with those answers. I was still kind of getting them on my drive here. There were also some questions about gaming, whether gaming will be on site. There will be 5 gaming machines on site, as well as the dog park. I know that was a service or something that was offered or proposed here. It wasn't on the site plan, but they are working to revise the site plan to include that as well going into BCC. So I'm hoping to have that completed before BCC, as well as there were questions about groceries. They hear you guys and they're willing to provide those. They're currently working with Pilot PA to see what that looks like, exactly what types of groceries will be offered, whether it'll be raw meat, dairy, such, so on. So they're working, and hopefully I have those answers for you all going into BCC as well, to provide some clarity on what they'll be able to offer there. But they are looking to offer a service to locals, absolutely, as well as those passing through. So they're willing to work with you guys. If there's some other services or something you would like to see, if there's anything I can take back to the client, I'm willing to do so. I'll also stick around to show elevations and answer any questions. I thank staff for their recommendation of approval. I thank you all for your time and consideration, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
This is a public hearing, so is there anyone here that would like to speak on this item? Any questions? You have a question, sir? Okay, I'm just gonna go up.
How many years is this going to take?
Yes, so after getting entitlements approved, we're looking to break ground about 12 months after. We still have to go through building, permitting, and all that good stuff. So hopefully to break ground in 12 months, operations hopefully within 24. It just kind of depends on county timeframes, but that's our goal.
I have a question. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Yes, my name is Lexa, Lexa, green like the color.
Hi, Lexa.
Yes.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry if I'm asking a question that's already been asked. How many jobs will this provide in the construction phase? And then prediction down the path, how many jobs will it provide?
Yeah, so I don't have an answer for you, and I'll reach out to our client as far as how many jobs will be offered in the construction phase. But depending on seasons, we're looking at offering 30 to 50 jobs, just depending on demand and the time of year. Yes, thank you.
Anybody else?
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Does the facility run on a septic system or is it somehow tied into a sewer system?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if board members would, I don't know. I would have to, I can get that information. I can get your contact information and shoot that to you, but I'm sorry, I don't have that answer for you. Yeah.
Lex, I know that the county is really discouraging septic tanks, new ones, so I'm sure it's gonna be sewage.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not part of the discussion, but everything on the east side of 95 is sewer.
Okay.
On the west side of the 95, that's all septic and not connected in. It's generally, so I would imagine it would follow that same rule.
Thanks for educating me on that. I'm new to the area, so thank you.
Anything else from the public?
Living over, I'm the agent to the other side. It's my understanding it's sewer. There's no septic that I've heard of.
Okay. Good deal. Thank you.
You had a question as well, sir?
Yes. A little over a year ago, the county approved a zoning change in Calamari, Nevada, for a truck stop down there that was associated with Lowe's.
Okay.
And that passed the planners on November 21st, 2023.
Okay.
But however, it did not appear on a BCC meeting for the county commissioners. So I'm not sure what the status of it is today, but I was wondering, that application was submitted by your firm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if there's any, I mean, it's not unusual for there to be two truck stops in an area, but it seems kind of unusual in our small area that we have an application at the county commission for two truck stops within 10 miles, and we've had nothing for several years. And just from a planning point of view, the truck stop plan for Calamari, maybe it'll go through, I don't know, including charging stations for EVs. And I noticed that the planning for this particular truck stop has no charging for EVs. And I'm wondering if that's going to be corrected in time or what the deal is there.
Yes, so to your first point, and I'll get to the EVs. So to your first point, our firm did represent the Love's truck stop. And from what we've been represented by both them and now our current client on this one, there's a demand. I'm not sure what the status is. I would have to look into permitting to see what permits have been pulled and kind of get a timeline on when they plan to break down or if it's even going to move forward, right? But from what we've gathered from our clients and representing both of them, there's a demand here. There's times where there's a huge backup at the current terribles to the point where people are leaving and not getting their services. So we're just kind of trying to come in and offer those services and then offer a variety, right? Different truck stops offer different things and different services. So that's what we're looking to propose with this one in particular. As far as the EV stations go, we aren't proposing those now. That is something that they're open to doing later down the line if there's a demand or a need for it. But as of now, with these county requirements, I don't believe it's required for this particular development because there isn't a waiver involved for that. But as of now, we aren't moving forward with EV stations.
Any other questions out there from the public? All right, I'm going to open this up to the board now. Any questions from the board, comments? I just want to say that there is a huge demand for vehicle maintenance here in the area, not just from the locals in Searchlight and Calabar, but the tourists as well. Tires and lube, that's always been a huge want here in the area. Just wanted to throw that out there. And I also wanted to clarify for the record and the public, I only read into the record item number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and read item number 2 that is on the motion as well. So we can go ahead and do one vote. So the item number 2, like the presenter mentioned, is UC-24 24-0178, Colon Corporation LLC for the use permit for a truck stop and the design reviews for the following truck stop and vehicle maintenance and repair facility. Final grading plan for hillside development on 16.51 acres in a commercial general zone, generally located on the east side of US 95 South, 670 feet south of Main Street within Searchlight. And with that, want to give the board one more opportunity to speak. Okay.
Just one question, as far as how, you said 30 to 50 additional new employees and then also during construction, has there been any discussion as far as housing or where those employees are going to be coming from?
No, and these were questions and concerns raised at the town board meeting, not related to this project. I understand there is a demand for housing, and there wouldn't necessarily be the manpower locally to fill these jobs or positions. So it's my understanding that they may bus people in to work these positions. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like, but at this time, there's no housing portion or discussions related to this matter.
That would include any kind of employee lodging or anything of the sort?
No, yeah, thank you.
I guess I will.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's too early to ask this question, but I do know in that area there is an issue with trash kind of wind whirling right there and accumulating.
Okay.
Do you guys have a plan for like an enclosure for your trash? Do you know? Or is that something maybe we could just bring back that we are?
I will note I did see an enclosure on the
Yes, so
on the
there
layout.
are a couple of trash enclosures, along, I guess this would be what, the southeast-ish property line, so there will be trash enclosures here. I will take that back to our client and let them know that that is a concern and an issue in the area, so hopefully they can make additional efforts to kind of pick up, which I'm sure they do at their other locations, so, but there are 2 trash enclosures located on site.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great question. All right. This time, does anyone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to pass these 2 items.
Okay.
I'll second that.
All right. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Motion passed 4-0 for approval of the zone changes and the design reviews for the truck stop, vehicle maintenance and repair facility, final grading plan for the hillside development.
Perfect, thank you so much, and that included the special use permits as well?
Yes,
Or
both,
special use.
both items, yes.
Okay, perfect, thank you so much, and sorry for jumping the gun on that one.
That's okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, and moving on to general business, we have none tonight, and comments by the general public. A period devoted to comments by the general public about matters relevant to the board's jurisdiction will be held. No discussion, action, or vote may be taken on this agenda item. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Please step up to the speaker's podium. If applicable, clearly state your name and address, and please spell your last name for the record. If any member of the board wishes to extend the length of a presentation, this will be done by the chairperson or the board by majority vote. Last chance to speak, guys. All right.
I have one.
Okay.
Obviously, we saw all the flyers. Just wanted to point out that the ribbon cutting, St. Louis County brought flyers. They're Saturday, June 8th at 10 a.m. And if you haven't driven by, it looks phenomenal.
Very excited.
Very excited. That's
Yeah,
why I'm like,
yeah.
let's
Can't
make
wait to be in the park all summer.
Fantastic.
Alrighty, guys. And so our next meeting is June 12th, 2024, and I'd like to motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Adjournment